He has the bull's penis.
Exactly.
The most anticipated moment has arrived. Here we go.
Remember, on 1, 2, 3.
Let's try the cola sandwiches. I'm going to try the AP. The Anticucho, this Bolivian dish that everyone loves so much. And they are none other than the Salteñas. I still can't believe how affordable it is to eat in Bolivia. Hello, hello. How are those travel maniacs, those chubby folks in Bolivia doing? As you saw in the title of this video, today we're going to be trying all the street food and traditional dishes. There are some amazing dishes that we won't be able to find at street stalls, so we'll go to restaurants instead. But let's see, what do Bolivians eat? From breakfast to dinner, we're going to try everything. Unfortunately, I'll be making this video alone because Nenita has a stomach ache. And maybe trying so many foods prepared here in Bolivia could make her worse, and we still have a long trip ahead. So she decided to rest. And me, well, time to eat a lot, as they say. Here we have our first dish, and they are none other than Salteñas. There's a myth about Salteñas, or maybe it's true. Who knows? I'll tell you about it soon.
These salteñas are like little corn flour empanadas.
But what makes them different from others in the region is that they're filled with something like a little soup. And they say that anyone who lets the little soup inside spill out doesn't know how to kiss. So be careful with that, my friends. You have to eat it very carefully because here... Wow! I ordered a spicy beef one and a non-spicy chicken one. Right now I'm having the beef one. Look at how it's gazing at me. Wow, what a mess. Enough, I don't know how to kiss. No, this is hot and way too delicious.
Look at how it is on the inside.
I think it's an olive pit or something similar. This is amazing. 10 out of 10. Perfect for a breakfast or a little snack in the middle of the morning. Now let's try the chicken one. Let's see how it is. Look, my Salteña bled out. Let's see. It's really good too. I love it. The ingredients are kind of separate. Unlike other empanadas, they make a meat or chicken stew where you can see the chicken and tiny seasonings. But here the pieces of seasoning are big. Look at everything it has. It's spectacular. Look, this is the difference between a first-time tourist and some experienced people from La Paz. The man said, if you spill the Salteña, you're not from La Paz. I agree.
I don't know how to kiss, which really hurts my ego.
But look, not a single drop has spilled. Not a single drop was spilled. But well, like they say, practice makes perfect. Now we came to the Alasitas fair and we're at Anahi's little restaurant. Who's going to explain to us what API is? It's a very traditional drink here in Bolivia, usually served with cheese pastries.
Good morning. Well, AP itself is made from purple corn and white corn, which are ground until they have a flour-like texture. You put it in a pot to boil with cloves, cinnamon, and orange peel. And then, of course, you add water until it has a liquid consistency. And if it's too liquid, you add cornstarch to make it a little thicker.
Which API do you sell the most, Anahi?
The purple API?
Okay, that's the same one I want to try. Can you give me an API and a cheesecake?
Of course.
Thank you. A fun fact about these restaurants is that they are family gathering spots. After buying snacks, they come here, order AP and pastry, and sit down to watch television. That's why we see such a big television in this little restaurant. So modest, so simple. But look at that television. I think it's like 70 inches or more. And that's because people, well, they come here to watch their television while they're eating and spending time together. My cake is here. Unlike the salteña, it's made with wheat flour and has simple cheese inside. They put some kind of powdered sugar on it, a sugar without flavor. That's what they told me. Let's see. It's pretty crunchy. Just a little bit of cheese, that's for sure. If you look inside, the cheese sticks to the dough, but there isn't a lot of it. And it has a nice contrast between the sweetness of the sugar and the saltiness of the cheese, and of course, the dough. Now I'm going to try the API. I thought it was cold, I don't know why, but then I realized it's cooked in a pot, it's hot and all that. I'm not a big fan of cloves, so I anticipate that might be a reason I don't like it. But we're honest here, we express our likes and dislikes candidly. And the best part is that it's really cheap. 6 Bolivianos, which would be about 55 cents in dollars, and 6 Bolivianos. And the salteñas we just ate, 10 Bolivianos, which is about $1. No, food in Bolivia is far too inexpensive. Honestly, if they took out the clove, look. It would be a delicious drink because the purple corn and the orange peel give it a citrusy touch and it's delicious. Oh, but of course the most dominant flavor is the clove, and honestly I can't tolerate that taste. I don't know why. I liked it. It's drinkable for me even though I don't enjoy clove. One more sip. And hot. Here we are walking through the streets of La Paz looking for our next little street food stand. And I have to admit that I feel very safe walking in La Paz. I had already been warned to watch out for pickpockets or similar threats. But look, I have my professional camera and my friend Andres also has his camera there. And it's very calm. Obviously, we're in a Latin American country. You have to keep your eyes open, but you feel pretty safe. Yeah, the only thing is the breathing. Since we're at over 3,000 meters, you have to walk slowly, take it easy. And I still haven't tried any products. Not tea, not candy, not even the coca leaf itself. We'll see when I get the chance. Let's see how it goes. Another interesting thing you can find at the Alasitas are these shops that for us tourists are like souvenir shops. But actually here in Bolivia, if you saw it in the first video we made about this country, people are quite superstitious. So they sell things that not only tourists but also locals buy, like these little roosters, for example. They say that if you give one to a friend, he or she will find a partner. And depending on the little rooster, for example, if they buy this one here, then the partner they will find is a doctor. It impressed me because it's not that you give it to the person you want to be your partner. You give it to a single male friend or a single female friend so that they leave that single life behind and find the love of their life. But there are also these suitcases. Look, they have a lot of money so we can attract abundance. They also have some religious figures for protection and a computer, a plane ticket. I mean a little bit of everything basically. You put this on your nightstand and you'll be attracting everything that's inside here. There are also little houses for those who want to build their own house, or look over here, their little farm with their crops. People buy all of that and firmly believe that it will come true. Here is also the Ekeko, who is like a character that attracts abundance in food, cars, money, basically a bit of everything. Look at how impressive. The level of superstition goes so far that there are even property titles for houses and cars, obviously in miniature and fake. But to attract them, there are even visas. So if you want to have your house, your car, a visa, you buy this. And you start asking the saints and firmly believing that it will happen. We left the restaurant and came to the Lanzar market where we're going to try other typical dishes, but right outside we found a little kiosk I saw these juices and they told me, look, this is mocochinche juice. Honestly, I didn't know what it was. But it's like a dehydrated peach, and then there's also natural peach juice without being dehydrated. They sell it in a small plastic cup, which catches my attention. If you want to take it home for 3 Bolivianos, 30 cents. Or they sell it to you in this glass cup, which of course you have to return for 2 Bolivianos. And this is what I chose to use the least amount of plastic and to save some money. Let's try this. It has cinnamon and it's super sweet. And I imagine you finish the juice and then you can eat the peach that's at the bottom. And now I'm going to try the regular peach one that's here to see which one is better. I love it. They have these aluminum lids to protect it. Wow, this one is much better. The fresh peach one is amazing. And for 20 cents, look, you really can't ask for anything more. Now let's continue our tour and head into the market. The best is yet to come. What do we have here, ma'am?
It's pique macho.
Pique macho?
For the toughest guys.
For the toughest guys. Is it spicy? Is it very spicy?
Not that much.
Not that much.
Well, it's tasty.
All right, let's see. Wow. This is among the best meals I've tried today. One thing I adore about visiting countries is exploring their traditional markets, because that's where grandmothers have the best seasoning. Really? Spectacular? Wow! How much does a dish like this cost, Grandma?
10 Boliviano.
10 Bolivianos, $1 a lunch here. I still can't believe how cheap it is to eat in Bolivia. If Bolivians are watching, please don't raise prices. I don't want to look bad to all the viewers. Ma'am, can you tell me what's in that Cardán soup? Why is it so famous here in Bolivia?
Because it's a hangover cure.
Okay.
The Cardán has chicken, beef, tendon, and hard-boiled egg. Why is it called Cardán? Because it has the bull's tendon. That's it.
He has the bull's penis.
Exactly.
Wow. So what about that? Does it give it flavor? Does it give it testosterone?
Of course. That's for the weak.
Ah, for the weak.
That's right.
I don't want it because I'm strong. And does it taste good?
Of course, young man, you're about to try it.
Besides the Cardán broth, what else do you sell here?
There's pimpo chicken broth, beef stew, fried chicken, and sectita. Various lunches.
What is the price of an average lunch?
A full lunch here is 11 Bolivianos.
11 Bolivianos, a full lunch. And how many lunches do you sell on a good day?
I wouldn't know how to see.
Because there are days when there are and days when there aren't.
Okay.
I really like what people with teeth have.
The gold?
I love it.
Flirty, the little vendor.
Flirty, the little vendor?
Well, to sell, we have to be flirty. We have to be really friendly.
That's right.
Smile, smile.
That's right.
That's it. If we look like we're at war, we won't sell anything.
Exactly.
I have to advertise too.
Of course, I agree.
That's it.
I'm going to try that Cardán soup now.
All right, young man, go ahead and help yourself.
Thank you.
Come in.
Thank you. The moment of truth has arrived. Let's try the Cardán broth. And, well, all its ingredients. This has me a little nervous, but here we go.
Broth first.
The broth is amazing. You're absolutely right. It brings you back to life. So, when you've had a really exhausting day or drank way too much the day before, look, this brings you back to life. The broth is beautiful. Now let's go over here with this thing that looks like pork crackling or something like that.
Let's see.
Oh no, it's meat. And it's really good. I know you guys want to see me try the nape, but calm down. Little by little, just a bit of egg. And look, the long-awaited moment is here. But can you eat this?
Let's leave it for later. And this, what is it?
Potato seed potato?
Ah, look, seed potato. Let's see. Regular potato, okay. What does it taste like, ma'am? Does it taste good?
Yes.
But is it better raw or cooked? Here we go.
Remember, 1, 2, 3. Good. Is it very good?
Very good? Yes, of course. Spectacular. Very good. It's very greasy. It's like cartilage actually, but much softer than cartilage. I mean, I'm giving you references to foods you might have already tried, so you know what I mean. But at the same time, well, you know that your mind is what works against you. It didn't just happen to me trying this, but also in my videos trying street food in China. When I had to try scorpions or centipedes or things like that, it was like the thought itself was weirder than the taste. This really doesn't have that much flavor. The broth and other ingredients have much more flavor compared to the bull's penis. But it does have a pretty greasy texture and maybe a little unpleasant. Although if it has the effects they say, that look revitalizes you, making you feel like a bull. Alright, come on, enjoy your meal. They told me to add this spicy sauce. Let's see how it is. You know I love spicy food. And it smells good. It smells good. It has a strong aroma. Let's see how it tastes. And it's deliciously spicy. But I don't know if it's parsley or cilantro. It gives it that earthy, fresh touch that's just spectacular. I'm not sure if they add another herb, but I really loved it. I don't know how I've eaten everything we've had today, and there are still a couple of dishes left. But we've had a great time, we've enjoyed the food, and honestly, so far, overall, I've liked everything. Look, this was a place, Comidas Wilma, where I tried
The Cardán broth.
the Cardán broth. You know, if you come to Bolivia, right here at the Lanzar market, you can come to Wilma's place, who is also very friendly with the cameras. And that's something I have to say, Bolivians don't really like being filmed that much. We visited multiple locations where people instructed me not to film. And I said, ma'am or sir, but I'm not filming you. I'm not just filming the road, but they are a bit sensitive about it. And well, Wilma very kindly not only gave me the explanation, but also let us film everything. Here we go now for a chorizo sandwich. It's very traditional here in Bolivia. Here my chorizo sandwich arrived, and look, this looks like it's loaded because it has everything. And I'm going to have it with a cascada. It's like a cola soda, like a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi Cola, originally from here in Bolivia, but you drink it at room temperature. I mean, the lady grabbed it from up here, not from a fridge, not from a freezer, not from anywhere like that. It's at room temperature. In the city, it's slightly cold, but not excessively. Let's try it first to see, you know, it tastes like a cola soda, although I'd prefer it with a glass of ice. But anyway, now let's go for the monster, the chorizo sandwich. I hope this doesn't apply like with the Salteñas, where if it drips on you, it means you don't know how to kiss and all that. Because, well, I know I'm gonna make a mess in like 3 seconds. It's really good. They were telling me that the chorizo is made from beef and pork, and they also add pickled vegetables like carrots, tomatoes, a bit of mayonnaise, and mustard. It's amazing. And the bread is kind of crunchy on the outside, but really soft on the inside. So I love it. Right now, we're very close to the General Cemetery at a little cinnamon ice cream stand with Mrs. Gladys. How are you, Mrs. Gladys?
I'm fine, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
How long have you been making these little ice creams?
I've been doing this for 37 years now.
And always at this little stand?
Always at this little stand, my mom's stand. That's my mom over there.
Following the family tradition.
The family tradition? Yes.
And which ice cream do you sell the most?
We sell more cinnamon ice cream. Now we've added passion fruit, cherimoya, mango, milk, and cinnamon refresher.
And we're here serving everyone with all our love, all the people from La Paz, those who aren't from La Paz, people from other regions, from abroad, everyone.
How much does a cinnamon ice cream cost?
That one costs 6 Bolivianos.
Okay.
And that one costs 8 Bolivianos.
That one costs 8.
I'm going to ask for one of 6 cinnamon flavor.
Here.
Look how beautiful. Look at this beauty. See how he scrapes the ice cream and puts it in the little cup. Wow, what a beauty. Here you can see the cinnamon ice cream, number 6. And Mrs. Gladys, very kindly, is also filling an 8-ounce cup so we can see the difference. And don't worry, we have people here to share with. So, as you can see, a 6-scoop and an 8-scoop ice cream. Thanks, Mrs. Gladys.
Makes 2.
Look, they also make mixed ice creams. What is she adding to that one? Cinnamon and what else?
Passion fruit.
And passion fruit, wow. I wanted to order passion fruit, but they told me I had to try the cinnamon one, which was the main one. Alright, so here we are. There are 3 of us. There's one for each. Perfect. I'm going to try the cinnamon one first and give you my honest impression.
Honest!
Okay.
She has to be sincere.
It's super refreshing because this is like a raspadito as we know it in Venezuela, but it's sweet and has that touch of cinnamon that I love. It's spectacular, really. Mrs. Gladys, now I'm going to try the passion fruit one. I like it even more. It's just that I feel like here in Bolivia...
You can try the mango one.
Oh, how cute. Thank you, Mrs. Gladys. Thank you. Wow. They're all so good. The passion fruit, cinnamon, and mango ones are spectacular. Now, you know, if you want, or if you pass by the General Cemetery here in Bolivia, in 5th place, Flor de la Canela Ice Cream Shop, Mrs. Gladys. A very interesting and curious fact is that these little ice creams are called quitapenas because they're located next to the cemetery. The mourners, the relatives of the deceased, after going to cry for them, bring them flowers or simply visit them. They come here to have a little ice cream to feel a little better. Now we came to a restaurant called Manca, and when I walked in, you can see, look, it's fancy. I mean, everything is a la carte spectacular, but again, it seems way too cheap to me for 80 Bolivianos, which would be $8. You get an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert. We're not going to order that. Instead, we're going to order individually some of the typical dishes that catch our attention the most. Because there's still more video to shoot, there are still many places left to try, and we can't stuff ourselves with food here. But the peanut soup, something all my Bolivian friends recommended to me, is what I'm going to order. And also, the uchu and traditional water, wrapped in painted potato, mouthful with charque, fava bean cream cheese, sriracha, and traditional corn water with the effect of volcanic stone. Wow! To start, they brought us a little tumbo juice with barley, and tumbo is a fruit that grows on a vine. Honestly, I have no idea, but I'm going to try it and let you know how it is. It's sweet, it's really, really good. I just feel like it needs some ice to drink it really cold, but I loved it.
For the uchulagua, we have a potato pinta boca wrap that is sliced and blanched. For the filling, it has sukin, vegetables, and carrot. It has fava bean cream, and it also has cheese. On top, it has a chili sriracha with fava bean cream. It has fried llama shark, and it also has the celery stalks are roasted in the embers, and there's also volcanic stone, and this is the choclo soup. Corn soup. We have a chicken broth base. It also has vegetables, pieces of meat, and noodles, and on top, thinly sliced fried potatoes. The green you see is parsley chlorophyll, and the yellow is turmeric oil with a sprinkle of oregano powder. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you. Look how delicious. This just keeps boiling. Wow, we're about to try it. Okay. Here we go first with the uchulagua. Look at the volcanic stone it has inside. I'm mixing everything to get a little bit of each. Wow, this is amazing. We also got a cocktail with Palo Santo, but we're going to give the microphone to the bartender so she can explain it to us. How is it?
Good afternoon to all of you. The drink today, the cocktail that was prepared today, is made with Palo Santo as its base. As we have the Palo Santo smoke.
Wow.
We have Arampo syrup, we have rum, we also have Palo Santo syrup, orange. Those are the... Everything is added to a shaker, shaken and served with ice.
Wow. Look, here is still the piece of Palo Santo, which must be hot. And it gave it that smoky flavor. Let's try the cocktail and see how it tastes. Divine. It's sweet, but the orange gives it that citrusy touch, and the Palo Santo really gives it a smoky aroma. I didn't love it. It wasn't the only cocktail we ordered. We'll show you the other one soon. I feel like I couldn't give you the full explanation because the bartender came over to talk to me about the cocktail. But honestly, what a delicious soup. I mean, it's pretty thick, and honestly, I didn't understand half of the ingredients. Because, well, they're products with Bolivian names that I don't understand, but this is amazing. I mean, divine, if you come here, look, this is a 10 out of 10. This is a definite yes. Here we got our second cocktail, which is called Chuflex. And it's made with a liquor called Singani, which is typical from here in Bolivia. You can only find it here. And this liquor is made from a muscat of Alexandria, which is a white grape. But it also has satambo, the fruit I mentioned earlier. It has lemon, eucalyptus syrup, and ginger ale. Let's try it and see how it is. You can really taste the ginger ale. It has that soda-like touch, that soft drink flavor which this drink gets, and it's really good. But it has a more neutral flavor, milder than the other one we tried that was made with Palo Santo, which is called guaita or guata or something like that. Alright, cheers with both cocktails. Now let's try one of the most anticipated and highly recommended dishes by my Bolivian friends. And it's peanut soup, which is basically like chicken soup, but with peanuts. You heard all the ingredients it had. I'm going to stir everything to see if I can get a little bit of everything. Let's begin and give it a shot. Wow. Now I'm in a dilemma between which one is my favorite, the peanut one or the buchulagua one. Even though they are both creams and not super liquid soups, but rather they're thick, they have totally different flavors. In this one, there's a predominant peanut butter or peanut cream flavor, but it also has chicken. And these are more neutral flavors, while uchulagua has slightly more intense flavors. And I think the volcanic stone also gives it a kind of smoky or charcoal touch, which makes the flavors stand out more. But this one, wow, I loved it too. Big fan, big fan. If you like soup and you come to Bolivia at Manca. They also do a really beautiful job because they're like a non-governmental organization that helps children without resources learn about restoration, being a chef, restaurant work, service, and so on. And that work is highly valued. Now let's keep eating and continue with this gastronomic tour. This food tour doesn't stop, and we had to wait until nightfall to come and try the chola sandwiches. It's called chola sandwich because of the cholitas. You know, the ladies who make these breads, and they are filled with pork or pig.
As they call it here in Bolivia, with some pickles and a little sauce, a salsa they make themselves.
My mouth is watering. Look, they just took out a new batch. Wow!
Oh, please, put that on mine.
Oh, that's delicious.
Yes, please, please, thank you.
No, what a privilege.
Look at this, look.
Mmm.
Do you want some?
Obviously.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Incredible, delicious. And this is no exception. The food in Bolivia is extremely affordable. 15 Bolivianos, that's about $1.50. A pernil sandwich. We already ordered 2 to start. Let's see if we order a few more later. This is how my little bread looks. They put the pernil on it, added some other bits from the leg, some pickles, and a spicy sauce.
Now let's try it.
We saved the best for last. Wow. This is divine. I mean, wow. I'm going to ask you how to make that dish because it's amazing. Ma'am, a quick question. What's the secret behind those legs? Or what ingredients do you use when you prepare them?
It doesn't have many ingredients. The care you give, the way you treat your regular customers, I think that's the secret, and the crispy pork skin.
How wonderful. And how many pig's feet do you sell on a good day?
Every day it's the same amount it sells. As you've seen people come, arrive, and leave, so for us it's a great joy and excitement to serve our regular customers, and we do it with all our heart. I think that as you asked me what's the secret is the care, the way you serve.
That's how it is. Everything you do with love turns out well.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
No, actually, thank you all for visiting us. I don't know where you're coming from.
From Venezuela.
Welcome to Bolivia.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Charge yourself 2 more now, as it's truly wonderful.
Thank you.
And to wrap up this tasting, we came in front of the San Francisco church to try the Anticucho, this Bolivian dish that the locals love so much. How are you, Mrs. Maria?
Good.
How long have you been making Anticuchos?
11 years.
Here, at the same little stand?
Yes.
And how many plates do you sell on a good day?
On a good day, I sell 60-50 skewers.
50-60. And what's in it? What's in the Anticucho?
Peanuts, heart, potato, and manicito chili.
Wow, it has a peanut chili. First time in my life I'm going to try that, the heart, which yes, I've tried before. But well, not with Bolivian seasoning and with their potatoes. Come on, of course. How much does a plate cost?
10 Bolivianos.
10 Bolivianos, which would be about $1 United States dollar. Here we go, the taste test. Beef heart. Wow. Let's go with the potato. I was telling Andres that I wasn't a big fan of heart because I had tried it before. But the seasoning they put on this one, you don't feel like you're eating heart. Besides, it's really tender, soft, with that grilled, slightly burnt flavor.
No, really, it's spectacular.
10 out of 10, the Bolivian Anticucho. And with this, my friends, I wrap up this video.
If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time.
If you're Bolivian and you're watching this video, what did I miss trying? Obviously, this won't be the last time I come to Bolivia, so next time I'll have the chance to try more things.
Leave your comment here for me.
I'll finish this little dish and then off to sleep.